Welcome back, compassionate souls. In today's timeless tarot group reading, we're diving deep into a very special question. What is your future spouse doing now in their life? Whether you've been dreaming about them, sensing their energy, or just curious about their current path, this reading is here to bring you insight, clarity, and a little spark of magic. We'll explore their mindset, their goals, what they're working through, and even their current relationship status, all with the gentle guidance of the tarot, compassionate deities, spirit guides, angels, and the ever-loving universe. This reading is full of heart, honesty, and encouragement. As you can see, I have laid out 3 cards in front of you. So take a breath, tune in, and pick the group you're most drawn to. Your intuition knows exactly where to go, and then I'll see you in your reading. Now, let's look at what is your future spouse doing now in life? Your tarot cards are Ace of Swords upright, 5 of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Wands upright, and the Magician upright. Hey, lovely group 1. If you are drawn to this group, this is your beautiful and detailed message about what your future spouse is currently doing in their life right now. We're going to explore their journey, the inner work they're doing, what might be happening around them, and even, yes, their current relationship status at the end. So get comfy, take a deep breath, and let's gently step into their world together. Let's start with the Ace of Swords upright, a very clear sign that your future spouse is currently going through a powerful mental shift. Right now, they're seeing things more clearly than they have in a long time. They may have recently had a big realization or breakthrough, something that's helped them cut through confusion and understand what they truly want from life. It's like their mind has been sharpened, and they're no longer tolerating things that drain them or distract them from their purpose. This could be related to their career, their relationships, or their personal growth. They're gaining clarity and truth, even if those truths have been difficult to accept at first. They're starting to speak their truth more openly and are being more honest with themselves and others. This is someone who is stepping into their integrity and walking away from situations that no longer align. Next, the 5 of Pentacles reversed suggests that they've been healing from a tough chapter, one that may have made them feel lost, left out, or unsupported. In the past, your future spouse might have felt like they were standing in the cold, perhaps financially, emotionally, or even spiritually. But now, they're slowly coming out of that cold place. This card in reverse is a gentle signal of recovery. They may be improving their finances, building stronger connections with loved ones, or even healing from past heartbreak or disappointment. They're learning to ask for help, to believe that they deserve support, and to welcome warmth and hope back into their life. They're building back stronger, wiser, and more grounded. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, which gives us some insight into what they're still working on internally. Right now, your future spouse may be trying to juggle a lot: responsibilities, work, maybe family obligations, or even perfectionist tendencies. And while they appear reliable and capable to the outside world, inside, they might be feeling drained or out of balance. This card tells us that they're learning an important lesson in self-care. They may have been giving too much to others or placing too much pressure on themselves to have it all figured out. They're slowly learning to take a step back and care for their own emotional and physical well-being. They're discovering that they don't need to do everything perfectly. They just need to be real and gentle with themselves. That's such a beautiful lesson to learn before entering a loving, lasting relationship. The 8 of Wands upright brings in an exciting energy. Life is starting to pick up pace for your future spouse. If things were slow or stagnant before, they're now moving forward very quickly. This could be in their career, their creative projects, travel, or just a general burst of momentum and motivation. They might be receiving messages, invitations, or opportunities out of the blue. They're probably feeling both excited and a little overwhelmed, but in a good way. It's almost like the universe is nudging them to get going because their path is finally opening up. These fast-moving changes are bringing them closer to the version of themselves they've been working so hard to become, and closer to you. Finally, we have the Magician upright, one of the most powerful and empowering cards in the deck. This shows us that your future spouse is currently in a place where they're ready to step into their full potential. They're realizing they have all the tools they need: their mind, their heart, their skills, their passions, and even their spiritual insight. They're no longer waiting for the perfect moment or outside validation. They're starting to take action and manifest the life they want. Whether it's launching a creative idea, starting a business, making bold decisions, or stepping into a leadership role, this person is becoming truly magnetic. They're gaining confidence, they're trusting their intuition, and they're aligning their energy with their goals. This is a time of creation and transformation for them, and they're more connected to their inner power than ever before. So, what does all of this mean for your connection with them? Your future spouse is becoming the version of themselves that you are destined to meet. They are healing, evolving, and learning how to truly show up for themselves and eventually for you. The challenges they've faced are shaping them into someone compassionate, wise, and deeply grounded. They're building a stable foundation in life so that when you meet, you can build something beautiful and lasting together. Their energy is focused on clarity, growth, and progress, and that means they're getting closer to being ready for real, deep love. Your connection is written in the stars, and the universe is lovingly aligning all the right steps for it to unfold in perfect timing. And now, what is their current relationship status? Your future spouse is currently single. They may have been in relationships before, some perhaps very meaningful, others perhaps disappointing, but at this point in time, they are not romantically involved with anyone. They are not married, not in a long-term relationship, and not seriously dating anyone. They are using this time for self-reflection, growth, and healing. In fact, many of the insights and breakthroughs they're having right now are happening because they've taken this time to be on their own. They are preparing their heart, their mind, and their life for a real and lasting connection, and they don't want to settle for anything less than what feels true and soul-aligned. And yes, that connection is with you. So keep holding space in your heart. Keep believing in the love that's meant for you. Because they are on their way, and the love you're destined to share is going to be absolutely magical. Thank you so much for trusting me with your energy and for allowing me to be a part of your journey today. I'm truly grateful to have shared this reading with you. What came through today was lovingly revealed by compassionate deities, your spirit guide, the angels, and the universe, all working together to offer you insight and clarity. Please remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Life is always changing, and your path is shaped by your choices, actions, and the intentions you set. Nothing is set in stone, and your free will is your greatest power. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and above all, stay kind to yourself. Now let's look at, what is your future spouse doing now in life? Your tarot cards are King of Wands upright, Two of Swords reversed, the World upright, Five of Swords upright, and King of Cups reversed. Hello, beautiful group 2. If you felt drawn to this group, this is your special message about what your future spouse is currently experiencing in their life. We're going to explore their personal journey, what kind of phase they're in, what they're learning, and of course, their current relationship status at the end. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's lovingly tune in to their energy. Starting with the King of Wands upright, your future spouse is stepping into a period of bold leadership and self-empowerment. They're either already in a leadership role or working hard toward becoming someone who inspires others, whether in their career, creative work, or personal life. This is someone with big dreams, a strong sense of purpose, and a magnetic personality. Right now, they're focused on long-term goals. They may be launching a business, leading a team, or passionately working towards something that lights their soul on fire. People naturally look up to them, not just because they're confident, but because they walk their talk. They're not afraid to take risks or make bold moves. However, they're also learning that leadership is about responsibility, not just vision. They're figuring out how to lead with both power and heart. This is someone who wants to build something meaningful, and they're putting in the work. Now, let's look at the Two of Swords reversed. This tells us your future spouse has recently been facing a difficult decision, one they may have been avoiding for a while. There might have been confusion or even fear about what the right path is. But in this phase of their life, they're starting to unblock that indecision. They're finally removing the blindfold and choosing to trust their intuition. Whether this decision was about their career, a major life direction, or even letting go of certain people, they are now making choices based on what feels true rather than just what feels safe. This process hasn't been easy. It's pushed them to look within and face some truths they may have tried to avoid. But now, they're stepping forward with more clarity. They're learning to say yes to what aligns and a loving but firm no to what doesn't. With the World upright, this is a huge and very positive card. Your future spouse is currently completing a major life chapter, a big cycle that may have taken years to fully play out. They've learned deep, soul-level lessons, and now they're ready to move forward with a fresh sense of wholeness and maturity. This could mean graduating from something, literally or figuratively, finishing a long-term project, or reaching an important milestone. They may be traveling, expanding their worldview, or connecting with people from different backgrounds and cultures. There's a sense of integration here, like they're putting all the puzzle pieces of their past together and finally seeing the bigger picture. They're in a beautiful place of spiritual growth and readiness. The path ahead is clear. And with this card, it's very possible that they're getting closer to crossing paths with you. The Five of Swords upright adds an interesting layer. It shows that your future spouse has also recently dealt with conflict or misunderstandings, possibly in friendships, work dynamics, or even past relationships. There may have been tension, competition, or miscommunication. The key message here is that they're learning that winning isn't always worth it. They're figuring out when to stand their ground and when to simply walk away with their peace. They might be letting go of people who create unnecessary drama or who don't respect boundaries. This card also tells us they're working on emotional maturity, learning how to handle disagreements with grace rather than defensiveness. It's not always easy, but these are powerful growth moments that are shaping them into someone who knows how to maintain a healthy, respectful relationship. Lastly, the King of Cups reversed gives us insight into their emotional world right now. On the surface, your future spouse may seem composed or in control, but deep down, they may be struggling a bit with their emotional balance. They might be feeling overwhelmed, unsure of how to express certain feelings, or even navigating some lingering emotional wounds from the past. This doesn't mean they aren't emotionally intelligent, they are. But right now, they're going through a period where they're learning to feel their feelings rather than suppress them. They may have been taught to keep it together or be strong, but now they're learning that vulnerability is a strength too. They're working on opening their heart again. They're figuring out how to trust, how to share their deeper feelings, and how to not carry the weight of the world alone. So, what does this all mean for your relationship with them? Your future spouse is transforming into someone with incredible depth and emotional wisdom. They're passionate, driven, and magnetic, but also learning to soften, to reflect, and to connect from a place of honesty and tenderness. The experiences they're going through now are preparing them to be a partner who truly sees you, not just as someone to love, but someone to grow with. They're balancing their ambition with emotional awareness and their independence with a desire for true, lasting connection. They're not rushing the process, and that's a beautiful thing. They want their next big love to be built on trust, truth, and mutual respect. And when you meet, you'll feel that right away. And what is their current relationship status? Your future spouse is currently single. Emotionally, they may still be processing a past connection or trying to understand how to open up fully again, but they are not married, not in a committed relationship, and not seeing anyone seriously. They're focusing on personal growth, emotional healing, and figuring out what kind of love they want to invite into their life. They may still feel guarded in love at the moment, but their heart is slowly, gently preparing itself to love and be loved in a deeper, more authentic way. They're doing the work, they are walking their path, and their journey is leading straight to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to tune into your energy today. It's truly an honor to be part of your journey. Everything shared in this reading came through with love from the compassionate deities, your spirit guide, angelic energies, and the universe itself. They're always guiding you, even when things feel uncertain. Just a gentle reminder, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Your life is dynamic and beautifully changeable, and your choices, actions, and mindset play a powerful role in shaping your future. The messages here are meant to support and empower, not define. Trust your path, be open to the magic of change, and always follow your inner compass. Now, let's look at what is your future spouse doing now in life? Your tarot cards are King of Cups upright, Three of Pentacles upright, King of Wands reversed, King of Swords reversed, and Ten of Pentacles upright. Hi, beautiful souls in Group 3. If you were drawn to this group, let's take a gentle, intuitive look into what your future spouse is currently doing in life. We'll explore their career or passions, emotional growth, life lessons they're working through, and what kind of relationship energy they're in. And as always, I'll share their current relationship status right at the end. So take a deep breath, get cozy, and let's dive into their world. Let's begin with the King of Cups upright, which is such a beautiful, emotionally mature energy. Your future spouse is someone who is deeply in tune with their emotions, but not ruled by them. Right now, they're in a stage of emotional balance, showing up as someone who's calm, compassionate, and wise. This could be a period where they're helping others, maybe through counseling, caregiving, teaching, or even just being a grounding presence for friends and family. They're the kind of person people go to for advice or comfort. And they don't just listen with their ears, they listen with their heart. This energy tells us that your future spouse has done a lot of inner work. They've learned to regulate their emotions, set healthy boundaries, and love others without losing themselves in the process. And most importantly, they're learning how to receive love too, not just give it. Now, looking at the Three of Pentacles upright, your future spouse is very focused on building something with others. This is not a lone wolf phase. They're collaborating, learning, and growing within a team or community. They could be working on a creative project, a business, or a shared dream, or even studying or upgrading their skills. What's really lovely here is that they're not just working for personal success, they're working toward a vision, something that will benefit others too. This card also tells us they value mutual respect, open communication, and meaningful contribution. They're not afraid to start at the bottom if it means learning and growing. They want to build something solid and long-lasting, and they understand that success takes time and teamwork. The King of Wands reverse shows us that your future spouse is currently working through some ego-related challenges or confidence blocks. They may be trying to step into a leadership role or take a bold move forward, but something is holding them back. It's not that they lack passion or drive. They have plenty. But they might be second-guessing themselves, comparing themselves to others, or fearing judgment. This is a time where they're learning that true power doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from inner alignment and trusting their vision. This card can also indicate someone who's learning to balance their fiery ambition with humility. They may have had experiences where pride or impatience got in the way, and now they're reflecting on how to lead from the heart rather than the ego. Next, we have the King of Swords reversed, which adds another layer to their inner world. Your future spouse might be struggling a bit with clear decision-making or self-expression right now. They could be overthinking, doubting themselves, or trying too hard to appear together on the outside while feeling uncertain on the inside. This card can also suggest that they're trying to untangle past conditioning, especially around communication or control. Maybe they were raised to believe they had to always have the answers or keep emotions out of the conversation. But now, they're learning to speak their truth, even if it feels vulnerable. They're realizing that real strength is found in honesty, not perfection. This is a powerful phase of mental clarity unfolding for them, even if it feels a little messy right now. And finally, the Ten of Pentacles upright is such a gorgeous card to end with. This tells us that your future spouse is working toward long-term abundance, stability, and legacy. They're not just thinking about the next step, they're envisioning a future that's grounded, prosperous, and deeply rooted in family and values. This could be someone who dreams of building a home, supporting their loved ones, or creating financial freedom for the people they care about. Whether they're working behind the scenes or already successful, their heart is in the right place. They don't just want fleeting success, they want something meaningful, something that lasts. And yes, that includes a long-lasting, emotionally fulfilling relationship with you. What does all of this mean for your future relationship? Your future spouse is in a period of becoming. They're learning how to balance heart and mind, passion and patience, confidence and compassion. They are doing deep emotional work. They want to contribute meaningfully to the world. They're working through old habits that no longer serve them. And through it all, they are building a life that's aligned with love, integrity, and shared dreams. They're not perfect, but they don't have to be. What they are is real. And they are preparing in their own beautiful way to be the kind of partner who shows up with heart, who builds something with you, and who stands beside you through life's ups and downs. And when you meet them, you'll feel that quiet, steady warmth, and you'll just know. And what is their current relationship status? Your future spouse is currently not in a committed relationship. They are most likely single, or may have recently detached from a connection that no longer aligned with their values or long-term vision. There's no lingering romantic entanglement, just a focus on self-growth, career goals, emotional healing, and creating space for the kind of love they've always longed for. And the beautiful part is, they're getting closer to crossing paths with you every single day. Thank you so much for being here and for allowing me to connect with your energy. I'm so grateful to have shared this space with you today. The guidance in this reading came through with love and support from the compassionate deities, your spirit guide, angelic energies, and the universe, all working gently behind the scenes to help light your way. As always, please remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Life is a living, breathing journey, and your choices, mindset, and actions have the power to shift and shape your path at any time. Use these insights as inspiration, trust yourself deeply, and remember, the universe always has your back.